You're listening to the Pipe Bomb Podcast.
It's the Pipe Bomb Podcast.
The following podcast is rated S and may contain following themes of nudity via @simpelly_, wrestling preachings, low-key readings. Listeners might witness biased WWE fan draggings, indie talk, wig snatching, tea-spilling arguments, but most importantly, shade. Viewer discretion is advised. The opinions of our panelists do not reflect our hopes and dreams of getting WWE creative/writing contracts.
Viewer's discretion is advised.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Pipe Bomb Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Sasha and Nia dragging each other on Monday Night Raw, Nikki and Natty having a throwdown on Smackdown, Mickie James return, and will Alexa feel the glow from Naomi? Also, takeover predictions and the Rumble. But first, take a look at our river. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Pipe Bomb Podcast. I am Nick, and today I am joined by Jimmy Vibes. Welcome back, Jimmy.
Hey, I took a week off. I'm back and I'm better. How are you?
Good. I know that you were sick last week, and we told the listeners. Well, listeners missed you.
I know. I saw the comments from some listeners. So sweet. But Nick, tomorrow's a big day, bitch. You're going to be the birthday bitch, huh?
I am going to be the birthday bitch. Tomorrow's my birthday.
How old
26. I'm going to be turning 22.
22. Wow. You're still a baby.
I still am. Not the baby at TPP. Reserve that for Gigi. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Baby.
Like I'm kind of like full of myself, so I'm doing like 4 days for my birthday.
What are you doing?
Well, for Thursday, tomorrow I still have class, so everybody at class, they're doing like a big birthday celebration for me when I get there. Usually we do cupcakes for everybody's birthday. So gonna do that, then I'm gonna go out to eat, and then I'm gonna have like a little pre-party, and then I'm gonna go and do some karaoke at the bar.
Ooh.
And have fun. That's for my actual birthday. And then Friday I'm thinking I'm going to go to a movie and like have like a nice little chill day. Maybe do some shopping, and then Saturday I'm going out again later that night for like dancing. We're gonna do some bar hopping, and then Sunday is the.
Oh my! Are you serious? What's going on Sunday? I hope you go to church.
Oh hell no! Hell no! I'll be preparing for the Royal Rumble.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
My daddy-o's coming over, and so it's like a tradition every year. Like we both sit down, we'll have a couple drinks and like a couple throats.
I have a question.
And yeah, we'll just like do Rumble predictions. So I'm really excited.
So what? How are you gonna watch Takeover before you go out?
No, bitch, I'm watching Takeover when I get back with a drunk on.
Okay. And you know, I'm nosy and I'm a foodie. Where you going out to eat?
I don't know. There's two places that I'm thinking of right now. I don't know if do you guys have relish in the States?
No, relish is like something you put on a hot dog.
Well, yeah, I know that, but it's a restaurant called Relish, and it's like really nice burgers, and like they're fucking huge. They're like bigger than Gigi's ego. It's crazy.
Huge. That's Gigi's ego. I can't.
So I'm thinking of going there or Pizza Delight because I'm a really big pizza fan. And that's a Canadian place as well. So it's like Boston pizza for you guys, I imagine. Do you guys have Boston pizza? What do you guys have out there? Domino's? Something?
Yeah, we have Domino's. Domino's is amazing. I love Domino's.
Yeah. I love Domino's too. But yeah, so probably just going to do something like that. Nice little evening. And then have some fun.
You're having more events. You're having more events than Lana and Rusev did for their wedding. Jeez. God. It's like... Hey,
I have to keep it fabulous, okay?
Girl, you would have strung me out. I would have shaded you. If I was your friend going out and all these... I'd be like, girl, bye. Sunday? No, Sunday is my day.
Girl, I'm not going out Sunday.
I'm just kidding with you.
The Rumble is Sunday, Saturday, and I have a break in between on Friday. I was thinking of going on Friday too.
Oh my God, you're a little club rat.
I am. You know what? And it's like I'm not ashamed of it. I love dancing.
I used to be a club rat.
That, let's stop talking about myself and let's start talking about wrestling.
Yes, a lot has been going on with wrestling.
Lot this week. It's been so fun. This is the go home shows before the Royal Rumble event this week, and Before anything else, I just want to talk to the listeners a little bit before. Comment down below. Like, I mentioned this earlier in the show, and I noticed we got a couple more comments. And also, smash that like button, because we hit our like goal last week. I wanted 20, and we got 22. So,
Wow, awesome.
Smash that like goal. Let's do 25 this week. Let's see if we could do it for the Go Home Show. And, just comment down below and let us know what you think about the Royal Rumble this week. Who are your predictions? Because we're going to get into that a little bit later. But, yeah, let's talk about Raw first. So, there was 2 interviews, kind of sit-down interviews with Corey Graves between Bayley, the number 1 contender, and the women's champion, Charlotte. So, James, what did you think? Because I kind of like these sit-down interviews, and I know you're a really big fan of Corey Graves. What did you think of Charlotte and Bayley?
I'm a big fan of the interviews as well. I found it a bit odd that it was Corey Graves doing the interviews because Michael Cole usually does them. So I'm like, oh, that's a cool little promotion for Corey Graves. But one little thing I didn't like, and I gotta get to it, is that, when we watch Raw, we see how Corey Graves talks about Charlotte when he sees her and stuff like that. Like, she's the queen. He has no doubt.
Talks like you.
Yeah, so I'm like, why aren't you talking to her like that? You know what I mean? So that kind of bothered me. It was like a bit of a misconnection. I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me. But anyways, regardless, I liked Bayley's little interview. I thought it was cute. I like how she... Let me put this ice cream away, girl, because I can't. I like how she fucking, when she was talking about...
Girl, I know I'm, like, eating too, but I have you on mute. So, like that.
Listen, I'm sorry. Me and Nick are starving. We've been at work.
We're hangry right now.
Yes. We've been running around, getting shit done, trying to come through the show. We're both hungry as fuck. So, I'm sorry. So,
if you notice some of us or one of us is quiet, it's because we're muting and we're eating.
Yes, exactly. We keep it real on TVP. I'm just going to let them know our little ratchet tree that be going on around here. But,
well, it's better than, like, super kicking a bowl or,
oh,
like...
shut up. Don't try me. I cannot believe that happened on air. If a listener could find out which episode that was and let me know, I would love to. I would love to go back.
I want to put that on our Instagram. I'll probably look back one of these days.
We should. That was classic.
I know it was a show I wasn't on.
It was me and Brandy. We were talking about Charlotte's big boot. I was talking about how I love... No, we were talking about Billie Kay. And how she does the big boo. And I was like, I loved how Michelle McCool did it. And Charlotte. But the originator, Test. I loved when Test did it. I don't know. That's just my move. So every wrestling fan has their move. Nick, what's your move? The Nick kick?
The Nick kick, obviously. It's the chick kick, though, yeah. Like, as a kid, I idolized Trish. So, like, I had my own little Nick kick. I had my own little moves. I love spin kicks and, like, Sabat kicks. And, like, I love... they just look so brutal, so that's kind of one of my go-to moves.
I'll do the big boot or the super kick to my friends. And, like, when you slap your thigh, like, I do it to them all the time.
Oh, girl, I have a friend, Kishi. She's over right now, and we go to class together. I wrestle her all the time.
Can she hear me, or she's with Mitchie?
She's with Mitchie. They're playing Grand Theft Auto right now.
Oh, they're getting ready. They're plotting.
They plotting against me.
Okay.
But I put her in the Black Widow all the time, and, like, we chop each other's chests. Like, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I love doing the chops.
I know, me too.
I used to use that
I love receiving the chops.
Yes, I use it as, like, a flirting little thing that I do. Like, when I was single, I would go to clubs and I would chop guys on the chest. I used to love it, bitch.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just giving you some tips, Nick. I'm trying to make you land a good man.
Trying to help me out a little.
I'm trying to pimp you out, bitch. But
I pimped out Sam a couple episodes before, so I guess I know
Sam,
the feeling.
I'm gonna have a class on how to chop your way and finesse into these men's wallets. But let's get back to Bayley and some wrestling.
Yes, I also wanted to make one quick comment about Bayley because last week Sam was not feeling Bayley from an interview standpoint and, like, on the mic. So I was letting him have his moment, let him kind of speak his mind. I didn't agree with him, but I let the listeners down below kind of comment and see what they thought. And one of the listeners, I'm calling you out, bitch. Game or two. I don't know what was going on, but he has a hate on for Bayley. Like, he was just stating, like, oh yeah, her mic work is horrible. She sounds like a kindergartner on the mic.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, okay, well, what's your opinion? And he's like, yeah, and she's horrible in the ring too. I'm like, wow, I'm kind of gonna disagree on that. And he's like, name one match that doesn't involve Bayley and Sasha that Bayley's had a good match in. And I'm like, the majority of her NXT matches as she was champion or before that, or any other matches. I've never seen a bad Bayley match. So I don't know. I'm just like, maybe settle your tea kettle on that one again, because Bayley is. I can maybe tolerate some people maybe not appreciating her interview skills because it's part of her character dynamic, but as a wrestler, hell, fucking incredible.
I'm lost. Somebody help me.
What?
That just threw me the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Bayley's a bad wrestler. Girl,
yeah.
Bye. You clearly have a hard-on for Bayley. Like, it is what it fucking is. Like, it's like, whatever. But, what it is, Nick, and this is what it is. Fans are just fucking stupid. Point blank and the period. Yeah. Like, I can't say it enough.
They're fucking a rant and I'll have a bite.
Dumb. It's so dumb. And the thing is, I call this because I've been noticing a lot on Twitter on people just throwing their shade at Bayley. She can't do this, she can't do that, she can't talk. What did I say? They bitched about fucking Sasha Banks and fucking Charlotte's feud. I was like, right when this wraps up, who are they going to complain about next? Bayley. I tweeted it. Go back, guys. I tweeted this shit. And there it is. They're just going to... Like, some fans, not all fans, but a lot of wrestling fans are fucking stupid, and they just need that person. They just need to hate on somebody. They just have to. They need to because they want to side with their fave. And that's either here or there, bitch. So, feed that bullshit to the birds, not in our comments. Actually, do feed in. I don't care. Comment what you want down there. You guys can say whatever you want. Just fucking comment. But
you say whatever you want, but we'll just.
But you'll get exactly. You heard the fucking what is it? Fuck, the word just slipped my mind.
How much you been smoking, bitch?
Bitch, I just had a little bit before the show. The disclaimer. You guys heard the disclaimer. We will drag bias wrestling fans. You heard it. And Nick just called out one of the fucking listeners right in the comments. It is what it is. It's part of our show. We put a disclaimer. But enough of that mess. But Bayley, I thought Bayley did good. I understand the Bayley character. The Bayley character is me. The Bayley character is you, Nick. She's any wrestling fan who's grew up in the 90s, watched the Attitude Era, watched Trish Stratus in the Golden Era, Mickie James, Victoria, Jazz. Anybody who's been a part of that era, that's who Bayley represents. I love Bayley. I get it. I'm here for it. Is her mic skills on the level of a Charlotte Flair? No. Nobody is.
No.
So,
no.
I'm sorry. And I don't want to... Don't come at me about your faves. I can care less. That's my opinion. I don't think anybody's on Charlotte's level. Not even with only the women superstars. I feel like when it comes to the men, Charlotte is just fucking killing everybody. Everybody. I feel like her and Jericho are like neck and neck right now with their characters. It's fucking amazing.
I don't know about that. That's a reach, honey.
How is that a reach? Jericho is doing his
bitch,
thing.
I know. I'm all here for Charlotte. I was letting you say that she's best worker on the mic in the women's division, but comparing her to Jericho's just like. Did I say she's better? Level.
Did I say?
No, you said they were on the same level.
Yes, I genuinely feel like a character. No, you got me fucked up. Here's the thing. Not like, I know, Nick, that Jericho's been in this business for almost fucking 25 years. I know that. I know that he's seasoned as fuck. I know that Jericho can do the fucking damn thing. Jericho reinvents himself every time he comes back. I know that shit. I'm talking about the character now, the stupid idiot whole list thing that he has going right now. I feel like his character is established enough with the crowd that he's so over and like the crowd's loving it right now, like you are. I feel like Charlotte has got her character to that level where she's over. We know she's the queen. We know she's superior with the pay-per-views.
Okay.
That's
I understand that.
Yeah, that's what I like. I knew you
From
took
a
what I
character
said.
standpoint
No,
on Monday Night Raw,
absolutely
when you look
not.
at characters.
I'm not dense. Like, I love Charlotte, but I'm not sucking her dick from the back. Like, come on.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to start saying that she's better than, the whole world. Like, Eddie Guerrero, all the greats.
Speaking of Charlotte, though, like, I love her promo that she did with Graves. Like, just the confidence and how she just gets mad during these interviews. I just really like it.
I love it. The passion comes out. She's like...
Yeah, and it really builds up for the match. It makes you want to see it, right?
Yeah, and I feel like Charlotte's so good that she upstages Bayley, and it exposes one of Bayley's flaws, which is mic skills. And that's okay. Like, you're supposed to feel bad for Bayley. So when Bayley's speaking, I'm just like, oh, Charlotte's gonna eat you alive, girl. That's, you know what I mean? Like, so it works for me. So I'm here for it. I like it.
I like it too. But let's move on to someone who hasn't showed up in a while. Another Emmalina promo, no show.
Oh, Lord.
So I know you said you wanted to say something about it. So what are your thoughts lately on the Emmalina?
What are your thoughts, Nick? I'm curious.
I think I said it on last week's show. I think it's just they're prolonging it too long. It's going to get to a point that nobody's really going to care about it.
See, I can agree with you because here's the thing. You guys know I'm really patient when it comes to wrestling. I bitch at the fans. Give them their time. Give them their time. Give them their time. But at this point, I'm like, okay, W-fucking-E. What is going on? Like, I understand keeping her off TV for a bit because there's nobody for her to work with, which is, it's clear as day. I can see that. And I feel like they don't want to debut her wrestling jobbers. I feel like that's not a position they want to bring her in as. And I feel like at this point, fans would be happy with that just to see her. But I feel like, Nick, I agree with you that you've been saying a couple of weeks ago with the whole Emmalina thing, that you feel like they should be doing satellite interviews on why she's not showing up. They should start developing her character before she actually shows up on television. It would be kind of different, doing satellite interviews and stuff like that. Like, oh, you know how they when they first developed the Tyler Breeze character, and every week he's resorting somewhere else, like a different place. Like, Emma can do these satellite interviews week to week. Like, oh, today I'm in Dubai. Oh, now I'm in Maui. Oh, I'm in Australia. I'm good. You know what? It would be fun.
And that's why she hasn't shown up.
Yes. So I feel like it's at that point now where I'm sick of seeing the same pictures week after week and like worrying, oh my god, I might miss the debut of Emmalina when it could happen at any minute now. I feel like that's what WWE's trying to hold on. But fans have a short attention span, WWE, and you guys are really pushing it right now. You guys are really trying it. So something needs to happen.
I heard that they're going to potentially wait till after the Rumble, and then they're going to debut her like the night after. Which I'm like, okay, but...
I saw some comments because she posted some pictures on her Instagram, and people were saying, like, I better hear that fucking theme song hit during Bayley and Charlotte's match and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't be mad at that. And I was like, because she's been targeting the 4 horsewomen, like, forever on her fucking social media account. She's always throwing shade at them, and they've mentioned it on television, so it'd be a way to reintroduce her. Like, she can cost Bayley the belt or something, but I kind of don't want to see that. Right now, I don't want to,
I don't really like that.
No, I feel like they should start developing her character and her personality. She don't directly got to get in the ring right away. That's how I feel.
Well, I mentioned last week that maybe she could go down to 205 Live for a little bit, or like...
No, that show's not doing well.
I know it's not doing well, but try something.
Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about
just
Foxy.
To go and to be paired with somebody just for a little bit. I heard that they may do something with her and Dana. That's the only kind of spare woman that's free at the moment, right? Like, Sam and I talked that it would be awesome if Paige was around.
See, like, the whole Dana thing, this is why I feel like they've delayed her debut, because I feel like originally she was supposed to work with Dana, but they didn't pull the trigger with the Charlotte and Dana thing where Dana could legitly get her little tweener role where you're like, is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? And then have Emma come back in, and Emma could be the established good guy, and Dana could naturally become a good guy. I thought that's what they should have went with, but they already dropped the ball with that. Like, Dana doesn't even... She'll randomly be paired up with Charlotte, and I'm like, you don't even see her. And at this point, I feel like Raw they need to figure things out. They really do, because The Nia and Sasha thing is good. The Charlotte and Bayley thing is good for me, but they got girls that they have like access to, like Foxy and Emmalina and what's the other bitch?
Dana.
They have these three girls that they can figure something out with, but the thing is, they're all heels. That's the issue.
Well, yeah, I know. Alicia was. See, that's the thing. Alicia and Dana had a match last week on Main Event. And, like, when Alicia's in the ring wrestling, they're portraying her as a face, but her character's just screaming heel. So it's just.
Well,
very
Alicia
conflicting.
makes sense because Alicia's bipolar. That's her character.
Yeah, I get it.
Like she's a good guy, and then the next week she jumps off. Like her character finally clicked after 10 fucking years. I'm like, okay, well she's just fucking bipolar. She's a mess. So, and I loved her bouquet on what was it?
On her shoulders.
205 Live. I just thought it was so original, and it was such a look, and you couldn't help.
Very high fashion.
And it sparked the conversation. Like me and Jared were sitting down talking about it. He's like, "No, what would possess you to put that on your shoulder?" I was like, "You got to be fucking crazy." And then he's like, "Isn't her character crazy?" And I was like, yeah, "It is." I was like, "It's fun. It works." And I was like, "It's fucking crazy. It's just absurd, you know. It's like it's loud, and it's Foxy. It just works.
Just
for
like
me.
Foxy.
Yeah, exactly. So it works. Like it doesn't have to be like visually beautiful that I'm like, oh my god, it's gorgeous. It's interesting. So I like it for her. And I hope she keeps it.
We'll see. Was there anything with Foxy on this Raw? What'd she do on Raw? I did see something with her.
I don't remember, but all I know
I think there was a backstage segment with her, Noam and Cedric.
I don't think
and I guess he was just kind of teasing, and I think he shoved Noam to the ground because he's like, he offered him a handshake, no hard feelings after stealing your girl and stuff like that. And Foxy's just like kind of the crazy eyes just kind of in his face. So he shoves Noam to the ground and she's like, oh my God, you almost made him cry. Are you okay?
She's a mess.
She's just so over the top.
Very interesting.
But yeah, very interesting. So moving on, we have a match with Nia Jax. Nia Jax is facing off against a jobber of sorts. I've seen her before on the indies, maybe in like 2 matches. Ray Lynn, she looks very similar. No, it's not Candice LeRae, people. I've seen so many people online think it was Candice. So I had a very quick squash match with her. I like the finish, though, how she just did kind of like the bonsai drop on her.
When I saw that girl standing in the middle of with Nia, I just rolled my eyes because I feel like Nia is past the squash matches. Yeah. But I was excited when Sasha, when she grabbed the mic. That's when I was like, oh,
I was going to ask you because I know you were mentioning Nia has been improving on the mic, but what did you think about this week?
Okay, Nia has been improving, but the thing with Nia is, this is still new to her. Cutting promos is not something that Nia Jax does. Can Nia intimidate the shit out of somebody with just one glance? Hell yeah. Definitely. She got that down a lot. She has stage presence. But when it comes to addressing the crowd, I feel like her voice doesn't match the character a little bit. Because she has such a sweet, feminized voice, and she looks like this vixen that will rip your fucking head off, you know? I feel like, you know how when Wonder Woman speaks, you're like, yes, bitch, that's Wonder Woman. And when she's speaking, and then like when Beyonce grabs the mic and addresses the crowd, she's like, hello, everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like Nia... You know, I'm just saying, like feel empowered.
Well, kind of like Beth Phoenix. Like, originally when you looked at her, you didn't originally think her voice would be that feminine and high pitched. So I get it.
So it's just, and then the thing with, but Beth just had a thing with her where she had the stage presence and she knew how to address a crowd. Nia needs to figure out.
But when she first started on Raw,
yeah,
that's where I'm kind of thinking, like,
exactly
when she first started going after Candice.
You're shocked when you hear the voice. But the thing with Nia is, I feel like Nia she's rushing through her promo. I felt that's what it was. Like, she was like, all right, I gotta say this, that, and my cue is over here. So I knew when Sasha was coming out because the way that her tone started going. So I need Nia to work on that a bit for me, so it could be more believable. Because to me, it felt like she's really good at memorizing things, and I feel like she kind of overthought it. Like she overdid it in her head. Like the crowd was chanting, and she didn't even play around with the crowd. She acted like they wasn't even there. To me, it felt like she was standing in a mirror in her bathroom, rehearsing what she's gonna say to Sasha. You get me? There was no like.
I kind of get you, but I don't really get you. Like, in my point, I thought she showed a lot of a personality.
It wasn't bad.
And here's the thing with Nia. A lot of people like to put her in this category of this monster heel. She's supposed to act and look and talk a certain way, right? Mm-hmm. But with her own personality and what they're kind of showcasing with her is that she's a larger girl, but she's catty. Like, she's very sassy, very kind of rude. And, like, if you just see her and Alexa Bliss kind of... I love someday if they got paired up. I feel like that'd be amazing. They have so much chemistry together as friends. So I watch a lot of stuff like that. But anyway, I thought this week, because the week before that she started talking... And you mentioned how she gets a little kind of nervous in front of the crowd. I do agree that at times during that promo, she wasn't really feel like it was talking or addressing a crowd. It was like doing a promo in front of kind of the class type thing.
Yes, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, but I did like how she showed a lot of personality. Yeah. And she's like, I dedicate this to the demise of Sasha Banks, or the decease of Sasha Banks' career.
Yeah. See, like, I didn't say it was bad, because I liked the promo.
Oh, no, yeah.
I just felt like you said it perfectly, like she did it in a class. Because to me, it felt like it was just tunnel vision for Nia. Like, she's so nervous that she just like, let me get through this. Let me get my line right. And she didn't think about her audience. That's all I'm thinking. That's just how, and it didn't connect with me because I was just like, all right, she's so in her head right now, and I read it off the television. Not saying it was bad, because I like the whole, like, I wanted to dedicate that match to the demise of Sasha Banks' career. Like, I liked that line. I was like, yes, Nia, and she delivered it well. Like, you heard it, it was clear, but I just felt like there was something was not clicking. It was kind of like smoke and mirrors. Like, I just needed it to be wiped. And, like, polished. And that's the word. Nia needs to be polished. That's it. Because right now she's good. She has all the foundations. She just needs to polish it. That's all I need from Nia.
And like you mentioned before, she hasn't had too many opportunities actually addressing a main roster crowd. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time.
Right.
I think she's doing really, really well, though, for what they've been giving her. And I did pick up, though, when Sasha's theme came out and she was still in the crotch. I'm like, oh, girl, what you gonna do down there?
Yeah.
When she came down and started whooping the girl's ass with her crotch, I was like, yeah!
Like the boss.
Yeah, like a boss does. And tossed her out of the ring and then did the double knees. I thought that was really fun. And Nia got up immediately after, which I thought showcased just how kind of, like, strength. And she's like, oh, bitch, you caught me off guard this time. I'll wait till the Rumble. So... I was really, like, it got me invested into the match, and so they announced that at the pre-show, the 2-hour pre-show for the Rumble, it's going to be Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. So I'm really excited to see these two one-on-one, have hopefully a decent amount of time, and we'll get into predictions later when we talk about the Rumble, but I'm just really excited. What do you think when Sasha came out? Were you excited?
Like, I feel like WWE wants to own my life on Sunday, because announcing this match between Nia and Sasha on the kickoff show, like, I'm glued. Like, I want to see this match. And because I feel like the chemistry is there between these two, and I'm super excited. Like, I'm invested with this feud. I actually like the feud. The feud hasn't made a lot of noise with the crowd, with the fans, because I don't feel like the fans are as, like, amped about this as I feel like I thought they would be. But I'm excited for this. I liked when Sasha came out, when her theme song hit, and like you said, she came down with the crutches. I was like, girl, you're just gonna go in there and get beat up again. But I thought she was really crafty and like a boss. And she slid that fucking crutch right under the bottom rope and whooped that bitch right in the ankle and got in and commenced to whoop that ass. And it was great. It was great to me. And I love how when Nia just charged at her and Sasha did what a smart person would do, is you try to psych out the bigger person. So she sideswiped her and then jumped off at the double knee. I thought the double knees was everything. And I guess that just proves that Sasha's knee is good, because she hit her with the double knees right outside of the apron.
Right, exactly.
So we'll see if Nia's going to focus on this at the Royal Rumble. If Sasha's going to beat Nia, I don't know, but we'll get into predictions. But I love that. I like the segment. I thought it was great. I thought it was overall, the whole thing, the match, from beginning to start, I thought it was a great segment. And it was a good build to get us excited for their match at the Rumble.
Definitely. I'm very excited for it. Like I mentioned a couple months ago, I wanted to see these two feud. But let's move on to the other brand, the blue brand.
Yeah.
Last night on Tuesday. Oh my God, SmackDown Live was phenomenal. Do you want to cover SmackDown actually, since I covered Raw?
Yeah, I can cover Raw. I mean SmackDown. I'm sorry. Let's do Natty and Nikki real quick first.
Yeah. Did you see
Carmella?
No. I was gonna. Well, we could talk Carmella. But did you see the pre-show or not pre-show?
Yes.
It was on
Yes.
WWE.
That's what I wanted to talk about first. So.
Okay.
Nikki Bella is walking. So SmackDown starts early in the WWE.com. They should give us a video or something like that. And I'm not sure if they showed this on SmackDown. Did they show it on SmackDown? I don't think they did. They?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I must have missed that. But I was in and out, so I don't know. I must have missed it. But I love it when they do that, because if something happens backstage, bitch, show us. Don't tell me about it. Don't have JBL and Morrow sit down and tell me about it. Show us. We want to see. So Nikki Bella was walking in looking fabulous. You know me. I always have to give my girl her props. Nikki Bella's walking in, dragging in her Louis Vuitton. She's just feeling the day. And the interviewer comes running up to her. I believe it was Charlie. No, it wasn't Charlie. It was the other bitch. Dasha comes up, and Dasha's been doing a lot of work with SmackDown, so I'm proud of her. I feel like she's got the full call up, has she? Because she's always on SmackDown, I feel like.
Oh yeah, she's had the full call up.
Oh
she's
yeah, and now they got that other
anymore. They have another girl down there.
The pretty mixed girl. So Kayla, I think is her name.
Yeah.
So Dasha runs up, and Dasha's all paparazzi. Hey, Nikki Bella, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden, Natty catched her ass outside. Okay, how about that? Natty caught her outside. I caught that, WWE. WWE loves to play on to the social media memes that are going on right now that are trending. Like you had Xavier Woods say it on Monday Night Raw, "Catch me outside." How about that? And then you have Nikki Bella legitly get caught outside. Like I loved it. I lived. And Natty throws her shade, and then Nikki Bella goes to swing on Natty. Natty grabs her and throws her head into the fucking truck. And Natty was
she dragged her though.
Yeah, into the truck with her face, and Cena's face is on it, and Nikki Bella's face is on it, and Natty slammed her face right into it.
And just walks over and smiles at her and walks away.
Yeah, like Natty is just doing it for me. And you know what? Today I want to tell the listeners a little story. Story time. I was literally at work. I almost got up from my desk and almost dragged one of my coworkers who tried to shade my girl Natty. And Nick, you know how I am for my Natty. I will defend her.
Oh God, what is that?
I will defend Natty and Charlotte because those are my girls. So fucking, I'm sitting down and he comes over, he's like, "Oh, Jim, did you watch SmackDown?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What you think?" And I was like, "Oh, it was good, blah, blah, blah." We were talking this, that, and third. And he loves to hear me shade Dean Ambrose for some reason, because he's not a fan of Dean anyways. And he loves to hear it. He was like, "Oh my God, Jim, you're too funny."
Oh, you guys must have a good kiki.
Yeah, we always have a good kiki. So and then he's like, "Oh, how do you feel about Nat?" He goes, the heart girl. And I was like, "Oh, Natty." And he goes, "I don't like her as a heel. I feel like it's too..." I was like, "Don't come for Natty." I was like, "Natty, this is the best Natty's ever been, John." I was like, "Don't do it." He's like, "Don't do what? What do you mean don't do?" Because, he's an older white man. He don't know the slangs. He's like, "Don't do what?" And I was like, "Don't try her." And then he was like, "I'm not trying her." He's like, I can't get... I feel like it's so fake." It's like, I was like, "This is the best she's ever been." He's like, "I like her as a baby face. I like her as a good guy." I was like, "You like all the good guys," because he really does. He likes all the good guys except for Dean. Dean's the only one he really can't connect to. I'm like, "Don't try fucking Natty." But I feel like Natty's doing everything that she needs to be doing right now, and this feud is really getting... I cannot wait to have that one-on-one match between Natty and Nikki Bella. And that says a lot, because these are the two women that's been on the roster for the longest, and we have a roster full of women that are brand new onto the main roster, and I want to
have a little prediction.
Go ahead.
I think, sorry to cut you off there, but
no, it's okay.
I have a prediction for Elimination Chamber. I know a lot of people want the women to actually get in the chamber themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get that. I think we're going to get separate female matches. I think we're going to get 3, and I think we're going to get Nikki versus Natty in a last woman standing match.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I feel like these two are building up a great feud right now. Like, it's
Oh my God,
really
yeah.
personal. Like, I'm here for the jumping each other and fighting backstage. And you know why I really like it? Is because Natty is not the only aggressor. Nikki Bella is just as aggressive as Natty is. So,
Well, we've seen it later on that evening.
yeah. So, later on in that evening, we have a comeback. No, should we? Yeah, we might as well. We have a comeback. It's Naomi. Naomi's back. They announced that Naomi is going to be going up against Natty in a match. That she's back and good. Like, I was excited to see Naomi. I'm really into
me too.
it.
I was really excited.
Yeah, so Naomi comes out, her theme song hits, and everything looks good. Her entrance is always on fucking point, on fleek. She comes out, and then I noticed that she's wearing her Feel the Glow shirt.
I was going to comment on that. What did you feel about that?
And I noticed that her hair is back. I thought it was great. I was happy to see Naomi back because everybody thinks I don't want to see Naomi win, but I really do. I'm just hot on her because I know she has it in her. So Naomi comes out and we're getting ready. But Nick, how did you feel are you excited to see Naomi back? Give us.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love Naomi. I'm a big fan of Naomi. I always have been. And that entrance is everything. So when I heard the music, I didn't expect her to come back. So I was like, oh yes, girl, Naomi. I love the entrance. As soon as I seen the shirt, I'm like, oh, James is gonna say something about that.
I love that she was wearing the shirt because it's important to me because I feel like if Naomi wants her merch sales to go up, girl, you gotta shove that shirt down our fucking throats.
Well, exactly. And I mean, first time viewers after when she did get onto the mic. Well, we'll talk about it. So after when she gets into the ring, I love that. And then we're waiting for Natty. Natty's music's going and Natty's not showing up. I'm like, is she gonna attack her from behind?
That's what I was
kind of like
thinking.
Natty's trait right now. That's like her signature, really.
I love it because she's petty. She's petty Natty. That is Natty's new character. She's super, super petty. And I love it. It's fitting. And I feel like she's really filling in this role. And I feel like this is her calling. Like, Natty can't be a catty heel. Natty can't be a big monster heel. She can't be a bitchy heel. She can't be a sexy heel. That's not her thing. That's not her personality. But petty heel? Oh my God. That has Natty's name all over it. That's her
Where
thing.
have you been all my life?
For real, like this has been a gift.
I wanted to ask you, did you see the promo that they put together? I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Of Natty
and
Nikki?
When they were of Natty and Nikki.
I loved it.
I fucking loved it. I swear they were listening to the show at the very end. Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, they somebody in the WWE is listening. It's okay. It's fine. As long as you guys are putting up good product. Somebody definitely on Smackdown that came up from NXT because they brought up all those NXT writers.
That's true.
And NXT writers used to be in our fucking shows listening to that shit because too many shit that we said about NXT happens. It was just crazy. And then but anyways, listeners, you guys already know. You hear us say it, then you see it on TV. You guys already know. So, what was I saying? Oh, Natty and her character. I thought it was great when they cut back scene. But at this time, we see Nikki Bella commencing that ass whooping on Natty. She was
dragging that.
Good for Nikki. Because you know what? I'm tired of Nikki always getting jumped. I'm tired of them. This is me being a fan. Like, I'm into it. I'm into it. They got me.
Well, Nikki needed to get something up on Natty.
I love it. I'm invested. I was happy to see Nikki Bella attack Natty.
I love how she was slamming her head back and forth.
And you know me, I love a good Nikki Bella power walk, and I could only imagine. Too bad they didn't give me my power walk. I wanted to see Nikki.
No, they would have. They should have.
But I'm here for it. And Nikki was just beating her up, and to the point where Natty could not walk out because Nikki kept banging her head onto that fucking gate. So Naomi's like looking at Naomi, was like, "Oh hell no!" She's like, we ain't having this again. Not today, Satan." So she walks over, and then she goes and grabs the mic, and I'm like, "Oh, this is interesting." And I was like, "Yes, give this bitch a mic. Let's see what she got." I'm ready to give her a shot.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, "Let's go, Naomi. I'm ready, girl. Slay me. Shut me up, girl. Show me that you can talk." She comes on the mic. she cuts her promo. She talks about how she's being mistreated. That SmackDown is the land of opportunity. Well, she's ready to get her opportunity. She's not here for another night with no match. She needs somebody from the back to come out here and step up. And I'm like, really, girl? You this is me being my little shady side. I was like, you need to step up. But okay, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. But because she was delivering. It was good because I felt the passion in her.
Right. Yeah.
You can hear the fire in her rumbling. Like I could tell, like she was super anxious. Like she's been dying to get this out there to the crowd. And I was like, all right, this is a lot for Naomi right now. This is a big moment for her. And I was like, yes, Naomi, get it out there. Like I'm glad that they're giving you this opportunity, this platform. Let's see what you can do, Naomi, because her fans have been fighting for her for a long time. Naomi has been unhappy with the company for a really long time, and she's been vocal about it, and she spoke out about it. And she's at this point now with WWE is like, okay, well, we don't feel like you're at this place now, but if you're telling us you are, well, here's your opportunity and let's see. And I'm like, okay, SmackDown, like, I'm here for it. So, she calls out everybody, and all of a sudden, I'm thinking, who's going to come out? Who's this? I'm like, is Eva Marie coming out? I know it ain't Alexa, because it would be random for a champion to come out. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't think it's going to be Alexa. Like, Alexa was the furthest from my thought. Who did you think was going to come out, Nick?
Well, at that point, I didn't see the Mickie James segment earlier, so I thought it was going to be Mickie and Alexa together.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so I didn't see what happened with Mickie, so I was kind of waiting. Because we had a big storm, so we lost power and stuff like that.
Ooh,
so my recording kind of cut it in 3 parts. So it was really weird. Anyway, when I seen Alexa come out though, Alexa's my favorite SmackDown women's wrestler. So she just came out and she just essentially she dragged Naomi.
She did.
She's like, wait,
who are you?
Who are you again? Or more importantly, who do you think you are talking to me like that? And you think that you could get a women's championship? You have been off TV for 3 months, and I loved how she brought that up. And it's
smart.
I like how she kind of teased her. Naomi's like, get in the ring, that bitch. Like, let's go. Come on. She's like, you want to be on my glove? So, I like the tease, and she's like, yeah, no. She's like, say hi to obscurity for me. Thanks. And walks away. I'm like, oh, you little bitch. So I like that they're kind of building this feud, and you called it, I think, a couple weeks ago, that Naomi would be the next one to go after the title. Everybody's thinking she's going to be built up for Mania to take it or to go and challenge for it. I don't think that's the case.
Well, Nick, I don't know. I think this is her proving ground. This is WWE trying it out to see if they can go take this program. If Naomi, no shade, listeners. Like, I don't give a fuck. Get mad at me. This is to WWE's test, I feel like, to see, can Naomi hold on to a long-term feud? Can Naomi be entertaining enough? Naomi is all glitz and glam. It's great to see her. She's flashy. She's fun to watch. I'll say that 100 times. But can Naomi, hold on to a long-length feud? Is it possible for her? Can she convey the personality? Can she convey, the conviction of you feeling bad for her? Can you relate to her? This is their test to see if Naomi can connect with the crowd. Can she connect with her name mob and her fans? Absolutely. Can she wow a crowd by looking great, glowing in the dark? Absolutely. But can she capture a crowd and have people invested in a storyline? I don't know yet. But from her coming back and holding in that mic, I'm excited to see her tackle this on. And I'm rooting.
I definitely am too.
I'm rooting for her. I want her to do it. I want her to win. And with Alexa coming out, I was just like, yes, Alexa Bliss. So she came out, like what you said, she basically said, like, you're a nobody. You're an afterthought. You're a non-motherfucking factor, bitch. Basically, is what Alexa Bliss said to Naomi. But Naomi had words for her too. I love when Naomi got sassy and told the girl, step into this ring, I'll snatch you and that blonde-haired bald. I was like,
I did like
yes,
that.
Naomi, threaten her. I like that she's showing some personality. And then with Alexa Bliss telling her, you know what, say hello to obscurity, like, you ain't nothing. I hope and how she said that you haven't been on TV for 3 months. WWE needs to capitalize on this, because everybody knows that Naomi has not been on television for a while. Naomi has not been utilized. And I want them to keep saying, like, you ain't shit. You ain't nothing. You're just
you wonder why you weren't.
Yeah.
You wonder why you weren't called to TV.
And that's
not that we agree with that.
No, not that we agree.
That'd be perfect.
And that's when the glow will become something. Because Naomi's gonna be like, I glow, I shine, I can be seen. She, now there's a reason for it. It's for her.
See me, I glow.
You know what I mean? Like, because Alexa Bliss is the mean, bad, dark cloud saying, you ain't shit, you're nothing. And people forgot about you. You're not even on TV. You're not even booked, girl. Girl, go work at a bingo. They don't need you here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's basically what Alexa Bliss is saying to her. She's demeaning her. And I want Naomi to be like, no. Like the whole, you ever watch The Help? You is kind, you is smart, you is important. Like, I want Naomi to be that. Like, be very inspirational. Like, I want her backstage talking to herself like, you got that glow, girl. You can go out there and do it. Like, it could be...
like, talking to herself in a mirror?
Yeah, like, I'm not being funny, Nick. You're being real shady. I feel like this is a good character here. I'm telling you, watch it happen. Watch it happen. I can see.
I just picture Naomi getting just feeling real down and low about herself.
No, but think about it, Nick.
Looking in the mirror. Don't worry, girl. You smart, you kind, and you glow. You glow, okay?
That's essentially what her character is. It's like rise from the ashes of all the negativity and glow. Like, that's what she keeps saying. So I'm trying to go off. Listen, bitches try to say on this show that I don't give her a chance. Now I'm sitting here thinking about the stuff that she be giving me, and I'm coming up with ideas from her, and I feel like this is a great idea. Because think about it. You can have Nikki Bella after Natty beating her up backstage. She could be like, oh my God, I can't believe that bitch attacked me again. Naomi could come in and be like, girl, it's gonna be good, yo. You gotta feel the glow. Like, you know what I mean? Naomi could be that.
She's like a preacher, essentially.
No, you're trying it, bitch. You're trying it. I know listeners out there, the name Mob, I know you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. Like, positivity. Like, all right, you know how they want a New Day to be all positivity and blah, 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 blah. I feel like Naomi can, and then they turned into the New Day sucks, and then they turned into New Day rocks. Like, people started liking them. And Vince McMahon tried to go it the whole wrong way to begin with, and then he let New Day play around with it. I feel like Naomi can take that and feed off of that, play around with it a bit, and she could find something in this character. Just try it, Nick. I'm trying to put out things for her because that's what she's saying. That's what she got on that mic and said that she's been looked past, but she's not having it anymore. They're gonna feel her glow and blah 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 blah. So she wants to be noticed, and that's her thing.
No, I definitely get that. I like that. I'm just like visualizing like what you said about Nikki, like the bitch attacked me from behind, and like Naomi just like flying down from the rafters. It's like, all right, young child, like
the fairy godmother. I'm just saying, like,
essentially.
I feel like it's good for like Naomi's full of positivity. She's beautiful. She has a great smile.
Oh,
and,
she's gorgeous. I loved her makeup.
And then, I loved it too, and her hair. And when you see her on Total Divas, she's so much fun to be around. You know what I mean?
See Naomi. Like, you know how back in the day we would choose like who our crew would be backstage. Naomi's part of my crew after like the seasons on Total Divas that they've showed her, because she's just so funny and like she's such a good grounded person.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's a good vibe. She's a great vibe. And I feel like churning a vibe into a character is essentially what Feel the Glow is. So I feel like she needs to bring it alive, Naomi. Bring it alive. You have to, and I feel like this is a good way to do it. Like, she could be like she could have a series of matches when she loses, like with Alexa Bliss starting, and then her big payoff could be at WrestleMania where she glows her brightest in her hometown. You know what I mean? Like, she's like,
I like that.
She beat me again. She beat me again this week. No, I'm not gonna let it happen. Not in my hometown. She's gonna feel this glow. It's gonna build up. It's gonna burn up. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's gonna, and then when she comes out, it's just gonna be bright. Like I want it for her. Like, and that's just think I don't want it for her, but I want Naomi to deliver, girl. Girl, you gotta deliver. You gotta deliver. And I'm happy with this first jump in. But now that we've talked about what happened on TV, you guys know I love the social media part of this show. I love to come at feed.
Well, we did miss one other thing.
No, I'm gonna get into that. Trust me, I'm saving that for
about
girls.
Naomi.
What about Naomi? I thought you were talking about Mickie and Alexa. Because I can't wait to talk about that after.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, hold on. About Naomi. You guys know I love to talk about the social media shit. Girl, I fucking looked on the fucking social media. Give Naomi a chance. She didn't even have a match. What is this?
God.
They need to push Naomi. You know how many times I've seen that? Alexa, I'm like, bitch, what are they doing? They are pushing her. Like, they were like, they should have at least given her a match. Would you rather see her wrestle the bootleg Candice LeRae? Like, a squash match and then nothing after that? Like, hey, I'm back. Everybody's gonna feel my glow. You guys would have heard me reading Naomi on this fucking show. Like, what the fuck? Like, no. Like, they're not doing anything with Naomi. Naomi's not doing anything for herself. They actually gave her a shot. And, like, fans are, like, complaining about it. It's like they are pushing her. What the fuck? Enough is enough. But I hope that the name mob is happy that they got their girl back. I think they are happy.
I think they are. I've seen a lot of, I don't know if it was shade from the WWE account, but when they posted the video of Naomi coming back, like they're like, Naomi's return to receive her opportunity, and like full capitals, and like I'm just like,
yeah,
like they know,
they do know. And Nick, were you saying opportunity on the last episode? Every time I heard you say opportunity, I kept thinking of Lucha Underground special opportunity.
No, a unique opportunity.
A unique opportunity. I keep thinking of that every time you say that word. I'm like, oh, Lucha Underground.
I love Lucha.
But, you know, Naomi, girl, I feel your glow. I want you to be successful. Work hard, girl. Keep your head in the game. And just do this.
We'll see if she could get all the way to Mania.
Right.
To get the title. That's what Sam was saying. He wants to see Alexa versus Naomi at Mania for the title. And in my opinion, I don't even see Alexa as champion by Mania.
Yeah, I heard you say that. I found that odd. I was like, why? Honestly.
Because I feel...
Because this is going to bring us into our next segment.
Yeah, I feel there's a more draw factor coming from Mickie James and Nikki Bella.
Oh, so you think Mickie James might be going in as champ?
Yeah. Especially after... Well, let's get right into it. Especially after her promo that she had on with Renee. How she talked about how she's a 5-time champ, her opportunities at WrestleMania, her moments at WrestleMania.
Okay, so, alright, so let's get into this.
Let's get in.
So, alright, so Renee Young is standing in the ring. Are we going to talk about Total Divas after?
I didn't watch Total Divas.
Alright, I just want to make a quick little mention about Renee, because essentially she was the show last week with the whole... Like
last week? Oh, the
cat thing.
Party? Oh my god, yes.
A mess.
We talked about that last week, though.
I just want to make a quick mention. Jared, he hates Renee, Nick. Hates her. He's every time she comes on television, he's like, turn this shit off with this fucking bitch. I was like, are you serious? He's like, I can't stand her. She's so corny. She's so stupid. She starts so much drama. She's a shit star. And then he's like, I can't stand her. Why is she on this show? She's not even a wrestler. And I'm like, Jesus. And I was like, do you I know. I was like, what she do?
To our river, Jim.
I know. I was like, what did she do to you? He's like, first of all, she's super corny and I told him, I was like, I gotta tell my listeners this, and if they want to drag you, because I know a couple of listeners went and followed him. If you guys want to drag him, go for it. He fucking said that he's like, oh, she's so annoying. He's like, she stirs everything on this fucking show. And he's like, and then that whole like Vegas thing, he's like, who makes up Vegas? Who plays pretend Vegas? You go to Vegas to experience Vegas. And she's like, and the whole show she's saying that she wanted them to experience Vegas, but she goes and plants shit. Like, how does that make any fucking sense? I was like, you know what? It makes no fucking sense. I was just as confused. And Naomi read her that whole episode. Naomi was looking at her like, bitch, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, what are you doing?
I just can't with Renee. So when he saw Renee, he just exploded. I was just like, oh my god, like I didn't even know until like he saw Renee sitting there in that bright red jacket that she was wearing, and he just went off on her. He's like, no, not this bitch, not this bitch.
Oh, he must have loved it when Maurice slapped her then.
Oh, he loved it. He loves Maurice. Maurice is his girl. Maurice and Carmella. Him and Sam, they can relate to that. I can't wait to get into Carmella and that mess.
Yes, we'll talk about that after.
Okay,
yeah.
So Mickie comes out. That was Jared's tyrant on Renee. I told you guys I was gonna, because I was like shocked. I never heard anybody go in on Renee like how he did. So, but you know me, I call Renee. I mean, Renee is messy. Let's keep it, Nick. Honestly.
Oh, I agree. I said it last week. She's messy. She's so messy, but she's perfect for Total Divas because she's an interviewer. She's a journalist, and she gets all of this stuff out on camera that is real instead of the scripted shit that we've had to deal with for the past 5 seasons. So I'm really like, this season has been the realest I've ever felt from Total Divas, and I feel like it has a lot of influence due to Renee because she kind of instigates and prides and pokes at stuff. So
yeah, like when she was like trying to get Lana and the boyfriend, she like the ex-boyfriend. Ooh, when was this? Ooh, show us your abs. Ooh, I was like, girl, you're being so disrespectful. I was like, I was about to be like, if I was seeing them, like, Renee, shut up. I would have told her to shut up. I really would have. And I wish Maurice was there to slap the bitch again. But okay. But you guys, I love me Renee down. I think she's perfect for the show, and I was so excited when they announced Renee to be on the show. And me and Nick said it from the jump that Renee should be on this show. We've always said that. And now she's
even remember when she did the little sit down after shows with Summer.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So Renee,
she already had the chemistry and already knew everything and all of the drama with all the girls. Yeah. She just like fits right in.
She's good for it. So Renee, girl, I'm happy you're there. So, you know, we had to give Renee her spot on the show. I feel like her being on SmackDown, she's developed a bit of a character. And being on Total Divas, I feel like she's starting to become her own. Like, she's not only the announcer or interviewer or
I'm
host.
starting to notice that with Charlie a bit, too.
Yeah, she's developing a bit of a personality, and I like that WWE is doing that. They utilize these girls, especially on fucking SmackDown. They're utilizing everybody. I can't wait till they start using Dasha, because I really feel like Dasha should start transitioning into wrestling. Moreover, so JoJo, because I like JoJo as an announcer now. I feel like her voice is good.
Did you like Dasha as a ring announcer?
No, that's the problem. I feel like Dasha can be developed into a character. Like, she looks like a hot Colombian, and I feel like they can capitalize off of that.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, so I think she's Hispanic. If she's not, girl,
she is. She is.
Oh, okay, and she looks it, and I feel like WWE can capitalize on it because there's no Latina hot female wrestler right now besides Nikki Bella's like half Italian, half Mexican.
I don't really consider
me either. She looks like a white girl, but regardless, girl. Mickie James.
Hey girl, if you can't talk Spanish, you ain't a
yeah. You ain't no Rosa. Remember, Rosa Mendez could barely speak Spanish. I remember
she had her Spanglish. That was hilarious.
Maybe they should have turned that into a character. That she speaks broken Spanish to try to be sexy. I think that would have been funny. Speaking of Rosa, do you think she'll ever come back?
I was thinking that the other day. I was seeing her Instagram post. I mean, she's down to like what she looked like before. She looks great. Amazing. I mean, she has her totally fit mama stuff right now. So I don't know how long her maternity leave was, but
it's gone. Like I don't know. Maybe Rose is loving the mommy life. Maybe the
I think she's just like, you know what? I think it's time to just let my contract go out
and collect these checks.
Live the life of a mama, and she'll probably get married next, I imagine.
Good for her. Good for Rosa.
I always loved Rosa, and everybody dragged this poor girl. And she just had such a hard life. And it's so nice to see where she is now,
I feel like WWE more so dropped the ball. And now reflecting back at her career, because I was hard on Rosa. You guys think I'm bad on Naomi, girl. Whew. You guys should have saw me with Rosa. But
go back to the pilot episode.
Oh my god! But
or maybe not the pilot episode.
But Rosa, I feel like WWE kind of like let her down as a character. Like I feel like they should have just kept her in and developed her as a personality more so than a wrestler. I feel like that's where they went wrong with Rosa, because Rosa just
That's why I always loved Rosa, because she did show a lot of personality.
Yeah, she has personality. And
so we'll see. Who knows if she'll come back? I know Brie's planning on coming back.
But. Oh, and I'm excited for Brie to come back. I'm you know me. I love her gears, bitch, and I can't wait.
Oh yes, I know.
I have a thing for Bellas.
I've been enjoying this break.
I have a thing for Bellas and their appearance.
I know you think
I do.
they're kind of like Barbie dolls for you.
They are, and I think they're just so fun to look at. I don't know. I'm amused. But okay, let's get to the point, man. At the task at hand. But I know that we don't have NXT to talk about, so we got to fill in the show for you guys.
Well, we got to talk about Mickie James.
Yes, but we got to talk about Mickie James. So Mickie James makes her. I believe this is kind of like technically her debut, her re-debut, because she surprised us
her return to
week.
SmackDown.
So she comes out with the same theme song. I was interested to see if they're going to keep her same theme song. I kind of figured that they would. She came into the ring, and then she just grabbed the mic from Renee, and I think she shaded Renee, because Renee was kind of being a bit hostile, too. Like, Renee was not letting her off the hook either. Renee wanted answers for her actions.
Well, you didn't answer my question.
Yeah, so I love that Renee kind of has a set of balls, to say the least.
Yeah. So, it's like, bitch, you got slapped by Maurice. You want to get slapped by Mickie, too?
Mickie will fucking spin kick you, bitch. She can't kick you with those heels, her little kitten heels. Mickie, I'm going to need you to retire those boots. Those boots were ugly, girl. I'm sorry.
I did like her outfit, though.
I did not like her outfit. I didn't.
It's Mickie James, though. You know, like, that's her style. James. It's very country-esque, very country
And remember,
bumpkin.
Nick, when you guys asked me, James, you are not a fan of Mickie James? And I told you guys, no, not really, but I respect her as a wrestler, and, like, I appreciate her work ethics, but she's not, she's not my top 5. And I was like, one of the reasons is because I hated her ring attire, and I hated her outfit choices. I just hated it for some reason, and some things never change, but whatever. Oh. But I love that she's a heel. So she gets on the mic, and she's, like, basically saying exactly what I said she's coming back to do. Exactly what I said. I said she's coming back because of the women's revolution. She's going to come back as a heel. Remember, you guys were like, I don't know about Mickie James being a heel, James. I don't know. She's over. And I was like, I don't know. It's SmackDown. SmackDown likes to spice shit up. And I was like, and with the whole women's revolution, her being a legit veteran that knows exactly what to do in that fucking ring, and Becky Lynch being established babyface, and she knows exactly what to fucking do in the ring, and they both can fucking talk. Why wouldn't you put these two together? Like, the story is there. And the
story's already made.
Yeah, it's already made. It's already laid out. Mickie James has done her due. And now Becky Lynch is basically in the middle of hers, like, making a name for herself. And here comes that top bitch from the past that's hold that belt 5 times, and she'll let you know that she held it 5 times, but who's counting? I love that. Mickie James. She named it. She always drops how many championships she's won. And I don't know why she's not naming the other championships that she's won outside of WWE. I feel like she should mention that she's won championships around the world. Because, they can't say, like, TNA. So I think that she should say that she won championships around the world.
Well, and she's also held, like, kind of small indie titles as well at some points during her time away from WWE. So she can mention that. She's held numerous titles.
But you know what I like?
I was also going to ask you, do you think... I was kind of waiting to see if she was going to name drop any of the other women from her era.
I was just going to bring that up. Nick, me and you be on the same book, same page, bitch.
I don't know what
it is. But I was like, when she name dropped Trish Stratus, and I was like, there you go. That's the plant for the crowd to boo her. And I was like, right when she mentioned that she beat Trish Stratus at WrestleMania for her first women's championship, I was like, yup. I was like, come on, you don't get more sweeter than Trish Stratus. The fans fucking die for Trish. Trish is our girl. And for Mickie James,
she's the diva legend.
Yeah, and she's like, I beat the Hall of Fame, your Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus. I was like, yep, there it is, bitch. Yep. Boo her. And I was like, perfect. I love that she did that. It quickly established her as a heel. No question. And
because you weren't really too sure as she was coming out, like, with the music, with kind of like the old school type of Mickie. It was interesting to kind of see what her personality would be like, I guess.
But how did you feel about Mickie talking on the mic and addressing the fans? Were you, like, gagging? Like, what was your reactions?
I seen a lot of people were like, yes, Queen Mickie, all hail.
Yeah.
I thought the promo was she kind of dragged it a little bit at times.
I feel like
I'm here for Mickie. What were you going to say?
I think, like, she kept forgetting where her cue was when Alexa Bliss was coming out. That's why I felt like it was a bit dragging. I feel like she didn't realize that she had this much time because she's not used to it on a WWE program. She
was kind of talking very slowly.
Very Maria TNA, like.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Maria's all whimsical and magical and fairies. Like, I hate when Maria does that shit. And Mickie
I
James,
love Maria backstage, though, when she's not talking like that. She's so good on me.
yeah, she's so catty. She reminds me of Virginia, whatever her name is from Mean Girls.
Georgina George, wow.
What is it, Georgina?
And you call it Regina George?
Yeah, Regina, yeah. That's what she kind of reminds me of, the Mean Girl. But I was here for Mickey's deliverance. I got it, I received it, and I was entertained. You know, I liked it.
Oh, I was too. I was just kind of like, oh, it seemed like it was prolonged a little bit, but it made sense.
Yes.
She just maybe been like, oh shit, I've got a lot more time than I used to.
And, you know, the whole getting interviewed in front of the crowd, I feel like this was all new to her, so it was something that she was just... Like, some stuff is going to be new to Mickie, because she hasn't done it, guys. Especially with the WWE product. She's done it other places, but not with WWE, so it's a bit different.
She had her moment in NXT, but I mean...
Yeah.
That was kind of a one-off.
It's a bit different. So, I liked, so, you know, she goes on about the women's revolution and that she started and blah, 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 and Becky Lynch and all the other girls are trying to capitalize on it, but Alexa Bliss is the smart one because she's the one that I gotta thank while I'm here, because she's the one that went back and watched all my tapes and knew every time I won a championship. She knew it all. And I was like, so basically she's saying, like, Alexa Bliss actually studied the product and she knows exactly
she sucked up to her, essentially.
Yeah. So,
fed to her ego.
Yeah, so Mickie James fed in the Kool-Aid of Alexa Bliss. Because, once again, Alexa Bliss is a smart-ass heel. And don't you think that Mickie James and Alexa Bliss are not going to go fucking at it. Because I feel like Mickie James coming back as a heel is going to be interesting. But when her and Alexa Bliss go at it, Mickie James is going to become the babyface. Because Alexa Bliss is going to tear her a new one with her mouth. Alexa Bliss's mouth is fucking lethal. And
she's so mean.
She's good. She reminds me of Edge. I know you guys don't get the comparison now, but I swear, when her career is set and done, and she's done all the things, people are going to mirror her with Edge, because Edge was the ultimate opportunist and he was a smart heel. Alexa Bliss is being built that same way. And I know it. I know that's one of the guys that she's watching. I know it. Because I love Edge. And
I do too.
I can see it. I see it. And I love that it's different with a woman being the ultimate opportunist. I love that. And I love a smart heel. And that's my Miss Bliss. But all of a sudden, Mickie James gets cut off. And Becky Lynch comes running out. And I love how while Becky Lynch's music is still playing, Mickie James like, oh, you thought you cried last week? Come in here. I'll make you cry again.
I'll make you cry about something. Yeah, I'm like, yes, bitch.
So southern. She's like, I'll make you cry about something. I was like, yes. Becky slid into the ring and just started whooping her ass. Beat, 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 beat. Mickie rolls out of the ring and she yells at the crowd, get out of the way! And she tries to climb over the barricade and she's going, I'm like, oh shit, they're taking this backstage, they're gonna fight in the crowd, are they gonna run around everywhere? Bam! Here comes Miss Bliss, the smart heel. Like, this is what I keep saying. Like, Alexa Bliss is just killing the fucking game right now. Her and Charlotte as champions. My wig is on the floor. It's just casually sitting right beside me. Because I just can't. I can't. Like, Alexa Bliss just punches her out of nowhere, and then they commence to whoop her ass. Like, I thought it was a great surprise. I was not expecting Alexa Bliss to come out from the crowd. I thought Alexa Bliss was going to get involved some way, somehow, maybe backstage or something. But right there, bam, Alexa Bliss is there. Yo, you can't sleep on Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss keeps saying, I'm always a step further, meaning she's
I didn't even see her either.
No.
Like I had no idea where she was coming from, and I liked the forearm. It kind of gave me Nikki Bella vibes. Like, just clocked her. I was like, ooh! And I like how she got into the ring, they DDT'd her, and then I think Mickie spin kicked her as well.
Yes.
What did Mickie say after on the mic when she had her down on the ground?
Like what I said earlier, she's like Alexa Bliss has been telling you and trying to teach you, always stay a step further. Like, you always got to be a step higher than the person. Like, be on your A game, essentially, is what she was telling her. Like, you got to think smarter. Like, why? Don't work harder. Think smarter. I tell my nieces and nephews that all the time, because they're like bulls in a china shop when they're trying to fix shit. And I feel like that's the Alexa Bliss. She's always one step further than you. She mind games. And I like how Mickie James, when she went on Talking Smack, she said that she's the queen of mind games. She's good on mind games. And Alexa Bliss is just as good as her, because Alexa Bliss is smart enough to reach out to her and bring her here, that Alexa Bliss is this and that. And then they asked her on Talking Smack, well, Alexa Bliss is holding the championship. Mickie James goes, well, no friendship is ever forever. So I was like, ooh, there's the seed. There you go.
Seed is planted.
Yeah, and I was like, SmackDown's really smart how they're booking this. But how do you feel about Miss Bliss coming out there and punching Becky into the face?
I did not see that coming because, like I said, I've seen the Alexa Naomi segment before. So I was like, oh, okay. They're going to keep Mickie on her own. Like, that was just a one-off pairing, and then they're just going to have Mickie and Becky and Alexa and Naomi, right? So I wasn't really expecting Alexa to come out, or especially when they were running. Like you said, I thought they were going to go backstage and they were going to have like a little brawl. But then when Alexa came out, I still like the pairing. I still like how they're working off of each other. But I know it's just going to be short term. And so that's kind of why I suspect Mickey's going to get the title before Mania at some point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think that was it for SmackDown with the women. Is that right?
Yeah, that was basically it.
Well, and then it was announced a 6-woman tag team match for the Royal Rumble. So it's going to be Naomi, Becky Lynch, and Nikki Bella facing up against Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Mickie James. And Mickie James is returned to the WWE ring on the main roster pay-per-view. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this. And I guess now we could get into our Royal Rumble predictions.
Before we do that.
Oh? What?
I always got to do this on every show. It's become tradition. FABULOUS.
Oh,
yes. Do. I love Carmella and her finessing ass. I don't know what she's trying to do with Mr. James Ellsworth. I don't know what's going on, but apparently she took the guy shopping. She took this bum shopping, and it was just a stupid segment, to be honest with you guys. I thought it was so dumb, but the look that she got for him, I was like, okay, with the gold chain and like the Carmella hat and the shiny shirt, like she dressed him up like one of the boys from Staten Island, and that's what I was saying on the show before when I was like, I don't think the show aired. It was the show that I was sick, and I just couldn't air it, you guys. I sounded like a fucking dying horse. I was just like, no. I was sneezing and snotting everywhere. But I was telling Sam that I feel like Carmella should dress him like the boys from Staten Island. I don't want her dressing him like a gangster thug. Like, no. She got him really guidoed up. So, with the shiny shirt and shit. And
not too cute.
Yeah, like, it wasn't thuggish. So, that's what I didn't want from him. I didn't want, like, one leg rolled up and then a bandana. Like, I was like, no, I don't want that. But the look that she came up with him was a Carmella look. Like, I feel like Carmella the character, would want her man to dress like that. So it made sense to me. But the segment was just so stupid. And I just, right now, I'm still dying to know, where is this going? What are your thoughts, Nick?
I thought it was just kind of comedic relief for the episode. I thought it was very campy. I thought they could have done it a little bit better. I do like how SmackDown is going outside the box and doing segments outside of the arena. So I'd like for them to keep that up, to be honest.
And Carmella's like used to this because this is how she debuted into wrestling. She
exactly. So I think now she should take him to the salon or something, or go get her nails done together.
My God, here's the next segment. Carmella needs to take him to her old salon where she got fired from. If they do this, if this is what she's using him for, to get back at wherever she used to work at, it could be somebody from NXT, like a superstar from NXT coming up. Remember when they had the whole gay hairstylist character that they were talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe they could do this. Like, he's the older, and he's the one who fired Carmella from there. And, you know, like, she goes and brings her new boo there to go beat him up. And the guy's looking at him like, this is the guy that you brought here to beat me up, girl. Like, we fired your ass years ago. And this is the best you can do. Like, it would be so much shade. But, I don't know. They need to do something with that salon that Carmella got fired from.
I feel like it would be fun to be like, come on, I know a guy. We could go here. Yeah. And it could be like, And then to be like, what are you doing here?
Or this could be a character development
banned for throwing bleach, girl.
Yes, and this could be a character development for Carmella, because she could walk in there and be real bougie. Like, well, now I'm fabulous, and I work for the WWE because I'm fabulous. And they could be like, so who's the guy with you? And she could be like, that's my driver. You know what I mean? Like, she could just be super shit.
That could plant the seed of being embarrassed to be seen like them. But it's just confusing. Like, we still don't even know what she wants out of it.
And, like, I feel like it could have worked if James was still a babyface and Carmella was a heel. I feel like WWE fucked up by the whole AJ Styles shit, and now they threw this mess for Carmella to clean up. Now Carmella's the cleaner. She gotta clean this mess up. Literally, that's what she's doing. So I feel like if they turn this into a character development where we start feeling bad for him because Carmella is just abusive towards him, but we don't know what she needs him for. So I feel like bringing him back to her salon and it would be a great character development for her because she's fabulous. She's the queen of Staten Island, diamonds on her neck, furs and everything. That's what her theme song's about. That's what she's about. She's from Staten Island. And I want her to go there and just be like, playing with her nails like, I'm just too fabulous now. Life is great. Flips her hair. Oh, you're still here working minimum wage. Oh, what a Trevor. You know what I mean? Like, it would be great for Carmella. But WWE girl, that fucking segment was just a mess. I need more. I just can't. They should have did.
We'll see.
They should have did that shopping and the salon all in one. Then it would have been better. But
shortened it up a little bit.
It was too long, huh?
Yeah, I found it too long.
Too long. I was like, They should have did it all at once. That and the salon all in that time length. It was just too much. But we can move on from that. We can start predictions now. But I'm interested to see where this is going with Carmella. Because Carmella, I feel like she's really entertaining.
Oh, she's one of the most underrated stars of SmackDown, I feel. She's really great on the mic. And she's improved a lot in the ring. She's got her character down pat, right? Oh, so I'd like to kind of see a little bit more with her. I do like how they're transitioning her into a character role for right now. Versus kind of just getting dragged in the ring. So.
Well, Nick, you know what? Maybe, I keep thinking that this is just to enhance James Ellsworth, but I feel like after her whole program with Nikki, where she proved that she can develop a character and get into it, and you can be invested into her storyline because fans were into her and Nikki Bella's feud. I feel like WWE saw something in her and they were like, we need to build that personality. We need to keep it up. With the whole her exposing Natty, like, Carmella was flawless. Oh,
that's amazing.
And I feel like WWE...
Well, just the whole Nikki feud itself, I feel, it was a testament to kind of... she transitioned from a babyface into a heel.
Easily.
Easily. And, it was very convincing. So, anyway, props to Carmella. We'll see. Hopefully, she gets a moment.
Good for her. All right.
But, let's do our Royal Rumble predictions. So, we'll talk about the women's matches first. So, on the pre-show, it's going to be Nia versus Sasha Banks. Who are you going with this one?
I'm going with my girl, Nia Jax. I feel like Nia needs this win. I feel like Sasha can take an L. She can. She'll be all right. We know she's injured. We know the knee is a problem. So I'm going with Nia.
Yeah, I'm going Nia too. I feel she's going to target that knee. Yeah. Sasha's almost going to get the win, but Nia is going to.
I feel like we're gonna feel bad for Sasha in this match, almost like we did with her and Charlotte. Like Charlotte, that broke my heart. Where her and
I know.
Sasha
I felt so bad.
Yeah. So I feel like we're going to get the same emotions in this match.
Definitely. What about speaking of the SmackDown women, what about the 6-women tag team match? Who are you going? Which side are you choosing with that one?
I got to go with the heels. I feel like the heels need this win. Mickie James' big comeback. Alexa Bliss, they got the champ on their side. And Natty is just killing the game right now, and she needs a win over Nikki Bella to keep this feud going. So I'm going with the bad girls.
Who do you think is going to pick up the win, and over who?
I feel like Alexa Bliss is going to get the pinfall, and I feel like I feel like she's pinning Naomi.
Interesting. See, I think it's going to be Mickie James getting the pinfall, and she's going to get pin over Becky.
Or she might pin Nick. If she pins Nikki, then that's the seed. We know that they're going with Nikki and her into Mania. It's gonna set and there's something they could go back to. And you know that they both dated the same guy.
What were we gonna say?
They both dated. Let me tell you something. Let me get real Carmella and Natty on this show.
Oh.
Are you Nikki Bella, who dates John Cena, who used to date Mickie James.
Oh my god.
So that's storyline altogether, bitch.
What?
Now listen, get closer.
Oh, okay.
Mickie James is the reason why Cena got a divorce from his wife. But you didn't hear it from me.
Okay.
Now, bitch, that's a storyline at itself.
That's a storyline already made.
That's something you see on the Real Housewives of WWE. Like, okay, that is some shade. And that's something I would like to see. So if Mickie James gets the pinfall on Nikki Bella, then SmackDown got a gold mine for WrestleMania for that
God.
promo. That promo.
God. I just had a kind of going on that. It's very, very bad. This would be an Attitude Era storyline.
You think so? No, I don't think so.
What?
I don't think it could be. I don't think it's that bad that Nikki.
No. This idea that I have that I was going to say.
That they had a what? Just say it.
That Mickie James, since she was gone out of WWE, the reason she was gone is because she had. Here, come a little closer.
She had their baby.
She had John Cena's baby.
Oh, that is Attitude.
Bella's always wanted.
The shade. The shade. But tell me that. Tell me, like, remember the WrestleMania with the Bella Twins cutting that promo against AJ Lee and Paige? It was really good. It was slaveful. Like, I'm telling you, this promo, if Mickie
All I remember was them saying, "See you bitches at Mania."
Oh my god, go back. I know listeners out there, you guys remember that promo with the Bella Twins for WrestleMania. Like, Nick, you're being real shady right now, and I don't appreciate it. Because the Bella Twins really slayed that promo. I don't care what anybody says. And you know I'm not a big fan of Nikki Bella.
All right, settle your tea kettle.
I'm a big fan of Nikki Bella, but I'm not a big fan of the Bella Twins. But that fucking promo was everything. But anyways, just picture a Mickie James promo for WrestleMania, like, I'm John Cena, been there, done that. You know what I mean? Like, it would be great. She's like, you have a sorry excuse for a man. You know, they all throw shots at Cena. Now, this is the woman who's been with Cena. Oh my god, WWE, give me my coins. I want it. Direct deposit. Okay, bitch? Cha-ching. Chingle, chingle. But next match, bitch. Or did you pick?
That chingle, chingle, baby.
You didn't pick. Who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, for who's going to get pinfall?
6 women.
Yeah, I did. I said Mickie James is going to get the win over Becky Lynch. It's going to be sneaky, though. She's going to get, like, a thumb in the eye or something before she pins her.
All right, that would be good. I'd be okay with that, too.
And then she'll be like, I'm a vet. You always have to one step ahead of you, bitch.
See, anything with these girls, because they're going in with history. This is why, remember, I used to hate women tags at pay-per-views, but now that they all have feuds, we know what's going on. We know Naomi's trying it with Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss shaded her. Like, we know all these women have ties and outside of this match. So
definitely. If you've seen on the Instagram account today, I posted the photo of all 4 women's matches we're getting this weekend, and it just goes to show, like, that's what the whole women's revolution, Divas revolution was all about, was to give these women purpose and storyline to have their matches. And you look at all these matches, and they all have story. They all have had development, especially that 6-woman tag, which is interesting, combining. I was wondering what SmackDown was going to do with their women for the Rumble. So it's interesting. I'm happy that they kind of combined all of their storylines at the moment, and then are going to continue them. And so this is just like a little stepping stone in each of the storylines in the plot. So I'm really excited.
And this is the what is this? The third biggest the third biggest pay-per-view behind SummerSlam and WrestleMania is the Royal Rumble. And to see WWE putting 4 women on 4 women's matches on the card for the weekend, that's something unheard of. So I can't wait for like WrestleMania, like what kind of matchups we're gonna get. Because I think we're probably gonna get 4 matches as well for WrestleMania.
That's what I'm thinking, 3 or 4.
It's possible.
I think we're gonna get 2 women's title matches, and then we're going to get a pre-show Raw versus SmackDown interpromotional match.
That would be cool. Whatever it is.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I mean, all the women deserve it this year. A lot of them all of them I feel have been putting in the work. So
Alexa Bliss is going into fucking WrestleMania, Nick. I'm sorry. That girl has been carrying the SmackDown division. WWE is going to have her walk in as the women's champion.
We'll see.
I put money on it.
Okay.
So wait, hold on.
But before our Rumble predictions, let's just talk Mania. What women's match do you think we're gonna get?
Wait, before that, you're saying that you don't think Alexa Bliss is gonna walk into WrestleMania as champion. That's what you said, right?
That's what I said.
Oh, okay. I think she will. So, but for WrestleMania, I don't know yet. I don't know.
I think for the Raw women, I want to see Fatal 4-Way.
With Nia, Becky, and Bayley. And Charlotte?
Well, Jesus. Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, and Nia.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I said Becky.
Threw Becky in there. I'm like, what, bitch? Yeah, I want to see a Fatal 4-Way with them. But all four of those women are kind of the staple of the Raw Women's division. So I feel like it would be good to have all four of them kind of go at it. And then for... What?
You don't want to see Emmalina at WrestleMania? Well, maybe she'll debut at WrestleMania.
If she shows up. Yeah, I'd incorporate her into the interpromotional match for Raw. Like, she'd represent Raw. So here's my idea. So I'd have the Fatal 4-Way for the Raw Women's title. On SmackDown, I'd do Nikki Bella versus Mickie James for the SmackDown Women's Championship in a singles match. And then the rest of the women, it would be like a 12-woman tag team match.
Okay.
And Sam was not feeling it. He's like, you cannot not have Naomi have her moment at Mania in Orlando. And I was like, no, she would. She'd be the one to pick up the win. But that was just kind of my booking for it. But we'll see what happens. I feel like my Raw prediction is more solid, but I feel like SmackDown can kind of go anyway.
See, that's why I couldn't pick, because I want to see Naomi come, because I'm still not sold on Naomi. I want to see what she got for me before I can start predicting.
But let's move on to some of the other predictions.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about Charlotte versus Bayley. Who are you going?
Charlotte, done. Next.
Yeah, I'm going Charlotte. I feel like this is just going to be build up. I feel like this will be a really good moment for Bayley. She's going to kind of be put... I mean, she's now in the main title picture, but she's going to be kind of that main top contender after this.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be important. This is going to be an important factor to keep this storyline interesting. I feel like Charlotte has to humiliate Bayley. Like, Charlotte has to be disgusting. Like, I want Charlotte to put... Like, what's one thing you could do that could be like, oh, damn, that was low. And remember when Sasha did it, she went and grabbed Izzy's little headband, and she wore it and made Izzy cry. I feel like Charlotte should rip Bayley's pigtail out. Like, take it out. And just fuck up her hair. Like, we have to see Bayley vulnerable. And seeing Bayley wear her hair down would be seeing Bayley in a different...
Ooh, like fully take it all out.
Yeah, like take it all in. Like, this girl humiliated Bayley. Like, she's nasty.
I'd like to see her, like, take a shirt or something, like, rip it apart.
Like, disrobe her? What's wrong with you, you perv?
No, don't rip her shirt apart. Talking about, like, one of the fans.
Oh, like they go set somebody in the crowd and have Charlotte do that?
They'll, like, have, like, Bayley could, like, hand out a Bayley Bear. Well, I was going to do the Bayley Bear, but then Alicia
I don't want Charlotte to do that, because I feel like, see, this is where I'm not a biased fan. That's Sasha's thing for when she's a heel and when she goes at it with Bayley. I want Sasha to do her signature thing to Bayley's fans and go and rip their headbands off their heads. That's Sasha's thing. I want Charlotte to humiliate Bayley.
Yeah, I do like that. I like how you take the ponytail out of her hair and, like, you're nothing. You're just an ordinary peasant.
Tie her hair, like, take it down, slap her around, talk shit, and then tie her hair on the bottom rope and just beat on her. You know what I mean? Like, make us feel bad. Like, I need that.
That's sad.
But think about it, Nick. That's going to fuel this feud, and it's going to continue on. And I feel like Raw knows that. And they deliver every pay-per-view match. Raw delivers. So I feel... Damn, bitch. Was that your phone?
That was my phone.
That shit vibrated the crystals I have in the background. Like, everything was just shaking. I'm like, oh my God. It's all chiming together. Crazy. But... I feel like Bayley and Charlotte need that moment, and I feel like Raw knows that, and they're gonna give it to us.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited for the match. I feel like it will be a really good showing. For all those fans who think that Bayley can only have a good match with Sasha, definitely watch this.
I can't believe that was. Anyway, next.
Go in the comments next week. That just blew my mind. I'm sorry I keep bringing that up. But yeah, let's move on to some of the other matches for the Rumble itself. AJ Styles versus John Cena.
That really grinded your gears, huh, Nick?
It did. It pissed me off.
I love it. Listeners, keep it coming. Tell us whatever you want, but don't
think was
no,
not settled.
Yeah, do not. They can say whatever they want, but don't think we won't call you out on it. Do not think that you won't get called out on it. I love it. I love that they said that. They got you going. All right, AJ and Cena. Now, This has been the topic at work. This is another topic at work that we keep talking about.
Okay.
They all hate AJ. They all like Cena. But what I will say is I love the new cocky Cena. I like that he's cocky. I like that he's letting people know that he knows that he's the man and this and that he's in the Royal Rumble because he's getting this title match because, plain and simple, I'm John Cena, duh. So I like that. I like the confidence in Cena. Cena always gives us a great match. Him and AJ were one of my favorite matches of 2016. I think they were my top favorite match.
Yep.
But I really want, and I just don't want Cena to get that championship again just yet. Maybe before he retires. Cena doesn't need the belt. And I'm going with AJ. I hope AJ wins.
Oh, here's the thing. I think one of the main titles is switching at the Rumble. I see either Cena walking out or Roman walking out with one of the titles. And I don't think it's going to be Cena. I think AJ is going to retain again, beat John Cena again. And I feel it will just kind of build up. Or they could potentially... Oh, no. Fuck it. No, I'm taking it back. I think John Cena is going to win because I feel like this is going to lead to a feud between AJ and Shane leading up into Mania.
Yes, that's what my coworker was saying. He was saying that. He said AJ's dropping the title, Cena's taking it, Undertaker's winning the Rumble, so it could be Undertaker and Cena for Undertaker's final Royal WrestleMania. And it's going to be with him winning the Rumble, retiring at WrestleMania for the Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And it's going to be against Cena. That's what they think is going to happen. But I was like, that's so predictable, though. Like, why would they do that? But I don't know. This is the only match that I'm kind of like worrisome about. And the only match that I feel like will piss me off if it doesn't go the way I want it to go. I just feel like Cena's too big of a star to be carrying that championship. He does not need it.
Yeah,
AJ
exactly.
needs it. So that's just it. I feel like they're just going to give it to Cena. If they give it to Cena, it's going to be for The Undertaker. So if I see Cena take the belt, then that means Undertaker's going to win the Rumble. So everything would be ruined for me.
Let's go to the Universal title then. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens.
I can't wait for this feud to be over because I'm tired of... Listen, I love Chris Jericho and I love Kevin Owens, but I don't love them together. I feel like I feel like Owens does not need Jericho. You know when there's too much good talk? It's just too much. Like, they both can talk, so why the fuck is Jericho with him? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I feel like Jericho's kind of stealing the limelight. Like, no, like, Jericho, you could do your own thing with your own people, and Owens could do his own thing and carry his own thing. So I don't understand the whole pairing, to be honest. And I hope that fucking Roman loses and Kevin Owens beats him, and then him and fucking Jericho can start feuding and get this going.
That's what I think they're going to lead to. I'm hoping that, but I can see... But WWE's just been pushing Roman so much especially around Mania season. They always try to put him in the main title picture. So I could see Roman walking out. But that's a kind of a good thing about the Rumble this year, is that a lot of the matches I'm not too sure about. So I'm going to go with Owens on this one, though.
I don't know. Roman's might win this, though. He really could. It's really possible.
It's 50-50, honestly.
I don't know. I wouldn't be as pissed which way it goes with this one than I would with AJ and Cena. But,
well, if we think about it, Owens has held the title since, September?
Yeah, I believe so. It was the first Raw pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, Clash of Champions. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped it now. But, I mean, so close to Mania, that's what I don't really like when champions have to drop their belt so close. It's like they've worked so hard with their reign to build up through the year that I feel like they should get that payoff at Mania.
That's why I was like, I don't understand why you think Alexa Bliss is not going to go in as champion. I think it's great for somebody who's held the belt for years to go into Mania as champion. I feel like Charlotte and Alexa should go into Mania as champions because they're doing a great job as champions.
Yeah, I definitely see your point, and I can see. I mean, I'm not going to be mad if she does hold on to the belt and goes in. I love Alexa.
Yeah, you just have that feeling.
What I think is that like it's such a big draw, but who knows? They may hold out for a SummerSlam match between Mickie and Nikki, So
yeah, that's a good one too.
I know.
Mickie and Nikki can happen anytime. So
that's what I was hoping is going to happen at Mania.
And you know what's great? Another thing that's great is that Nikki was on the bottom of the totem pole when Mickie James was on. Like that storyline is all written. That shit's ready to go. I'm telling you. That shit's sitting on the press right now, and somebody's just waiting. When you guys ready for this Nikki and Mickie feud? Who's ready? Like, when you guys ready for it, it's right here. You just pick this up and you get it going on TV. It's right here. I got it all ready to go because that shit is already written. Like it's ready to go. So clearly we're excited for this Mickie and Nikki feud because we keep going back to it.
Oh hell yeah! But yeah, is there any other like championship match? Is the tag titles being defended?
Yes, Cesaro and Sheamus are defending the title against Anderson and Gallows.
I have not been invested in that at all. At all.
I feel like I feel like Cesaro and Sheamus are placeholders for the belts right now. They did not want Anderson and Gallows to beat the New Day for the belt, so I feel like the title change that you keep thinking about, I feel like the tag titles is definitely one that will change. Okay. I think Anderson and Gallows are taking that belt, and I think this is gonna elevate them to that level where we need them to be. Almost like the whole Revival. Remember NXT put the belts on the Revival to establish them to become the greatness that they are, and I feel like WWE hasn't capitalized on these two guys yet. And
even kind of Blake and Murphy, like when they first got the belts, people were like, well, what the hell? But then they kind of established themselves as like a dominant tag team back then.
And then they paired them with Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss sucked the life out of them. Like,
sucked all the opportunity away. No,
exactly, the ultimate opportunist. Hello.
Started from the bottom.
But I'm just kidding. That's her boyfriend and her friend. But I feel like the tag titles, putting it on Anderson and Gallows would be a way to establish them as, all right, these guys are serious. We're going to take our tag division seriously on Monday Night Raw, because I feel like they got too comfortable with New Day with those belts for that day.
Yeah, they did.
They got too comfortable. So I feel like now they're, let's get it cracking.
They need to build some teams, and I feel like at the draft at some point, I don't know if they're going to do a draft after Mania or like what time they're going to do that, if they're just going to kind of stick with it around summertime, but I could see the club kind of being reunited after Mania at some point.
That would be cool.
But yeah, Gallows, Anderson, and AJ
all holding the belts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who do you think?
Kind of what
I
think.
About the cruiserweights?
Pardon?
What about the cruiserweights?
Oh yes, Neville and Swan. I'm excited for this match.
I'm super excited for this match.
Neville's taking the title, hands down.
Yes, Neville is taking this belt. This belt was crafted for Neville.
They need Neville to be Cruiserweight champion right now because there's not too much going on, which is unfortunate. I love 205 Live, but storyline-wise, they're not really doing too much to kind of keep your attention.
Something. Is that show necessary?
Probably not.
No, it's not necessary. It's just too much of a good thing. And that's how WWE always fucks shit up. They hit something like, oh my god, they loved it, and then they want to go and do it, like the whole ECW thing, and they go turn ECW into a fucking joke. They had the Cruiserweight Classics, and now they feel like, oh my god, we're going to give them the Cruiserweight show, and they're going to eat it all up, and we're just going to put garbage out there. No, WWE. No. What we want for the network and what to create you guys more revenue for the network is more documentaries, more backstage filming. I want interviews. I want you guys to follow Summer Rae and find out what's going on with Summer Rae and her recovery. Do a show on recovery, like my comeback. Like that could be a great show on the network. Like we have countless superstars that go out, and that would give the superstars something to do, a paycheck for the superstar while they're rehabbing to come back to the network. Like WWE, give me a call. I can come up with shows for you fucking guys. Like, give us.
True. We gotta move on though.
Yeah, like, come on, get it together.
Let's talk about the Rumble itself now. Who do you think?
Quick.
Let's talk about a couple things about that.
Can I just say who I want to win or who I predict is gonna win?
Who do you want to win? Who do you predict is going to win? And who do you think is going to be the biggest surprise this year?
I want Samoa Joe to win.
Yeah.
I do. I feel like he's going to be a surprise entry. And I feel like another surprise, that would be a surprise and a win for me. I've been hearing rumblings of Finn Balor being cleared. That's what I've been hearing, but I don't know. I don't know for sure if that's even true. I know that Kurt Angle's been shooting down rumors, but that could be a complete lie because he has a wrestling match coming up next month, so he might be ready to wrestle. And I know he's been wrestling throughout the summer, so I don't know. Is Shelton Benjamin good? Is he ready to return? Like I know he was out on an injury. No, but I know that was a shoulder injury. That takes a little longer.
Yeah, he actually said too that like he's still rehabbing, but right now he's not good, so no Rumble.
Maybe.
So we kind of confirmed it.
Kenny Omega has been mentioned. A lot of people's talking about him, and Kyle O'Reilly. I don't know.
Tyler Bates. That was somebody or Sam wanted to have him showcased because he's the new champion.
Does he have?
I don't really know about that. My big surprise, I think, is going to be Kurt
Angle, even though he's saying that he's not going to do it.
Yep. I think they're just going to swerve us. Another big surprise, Perfect 10 coming in at 10.
Oh, yes. That has to happen. He needs to come out, and he needs to go to SmackDown. Like, I don't want to see him on Raw. I want him on SmackDown, and I want him feuding with The Miz, because I'm tired of fucking Dean and The Miz.
No, I hear you. He needs to go, and he'll just be so over, too. It'll be awesome.
Oh, him and Miz will be everything, because Miz can call
I'd love, like, even, there's so many things they could do. If he wants to be put into a tag team, they could make a tag team called the Perfect 20. Like, the Perfect 20 or something, like, eventually.
No.
Not anytime soon, hon. I'm talking eventually.
I don't want to see it. Don't speak into the universe. No.
I'm excited for Kofi's spot. I feel like Kofi will have a really fun spot with the New Day this year.
Do you think the New Day is going to... I think the New Day is going to eliminate each other because there's been talk that the New Day is going to start breaking up and go their separate ways because they no. WWE feels like they've done everything they can do with the New Day, but the only thing that they're afraid of is their merch sales. But I feel like...
No, I would not touch them with the amount of merch that they are producing.
I feel like if they were to get rid of them, I feel like Xavier should be the Seth Rollins to go rogue. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like Xavier would be a great heel. Just a super smart, condescending asshole. That was
calculating. Very, like, PhD. He's the doctor of WWE.
Yeah, and I feel like Xavier would really go over as a heel. He would do really good.
Oh, I don't even want to think about that. But I could see that maybe. I'm excited for... I feel like Joe, I agree with you. I said it last week. Joe's going to win the Rumble. That's my prediction.
Yeah, mine too. I feel like he should win the Rumble. I feel like he can sell tickets. He's a big enough name to be on the WrestleMania main event, and he can perform. He can give you a good match. They could
do Owens versus Balor at Mania and have Balor return and win the Rumble and have Owens retain. Or they could do Jericho and then have Jericho versus Owens. That's the exciting thing. And I know Brock and Goldberg are going to be in there. I feel like they're just going to eliminate each other. Braun Strowman's going to be in there, so I feel like he'll have a very big impact. Baron Corbin's going to be in there, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity for a lot of guys to be showcased. So we'll see what happens. But I'd like to see maybe like 2-3 surprises.
Yep. Ooh, one more match though. We should have said this before the moment. The NXT Takeover Women's Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, I was waiting to do the Takeover because I wanted to talk Shinsuke versus Bobby Roode as well.
Oh, I thought you forgot about that. Okay.
No, bitch. I know it's on Saturday, but I guess we'll talk about the women now, that Fatal 4-Way. I talked about it last week with Sam, but who do you think is going to win?
This is the perfect opportunity for Asuka to lose the belt and still look strong. I will say that. But I don't feel like Nikki Cross should get the belt. And if it comes to the Icons, I couldn't pick who I want to... I would say Peyton. I would say put the belt on Peyton. Peyton to take the pinfall and then have them do the late cool thing when they're both champions because that's what they've been promoting, and then those two can start going at it with each other because they're not like a legit stable, like they don't have merch together, so it'd be easy to have these two start feuding, the two Aussie girls. But I love them together so much. I don't know, bitch. I really don't know.
My idea. I love them together. I want them to stay together.
Me too.
Their chemistry. Billy and Peyton.
For real.
I love them. I want them to just stay together, and I don't want them to break up. I don't even want them, I said it last week, to even get physical with each other in this match, like break up each other's pinfalls. What I want is for both of them to kind of be a little fearful of both Nikki Cross and Asuka because of how vicious they are, and stay out of the ring and like avoid them and like double team them whenever they get opportunities. And I think Asuka's going to retain, and I think Peyton is actually going to take the pinfall.
Okay.
Yeah, and Sam and I talked about this. Sam said, and then after the match, Ember Moon's music can hit, and she could come down, and then they could have that tease eventually for Ember and Asuka.
At Mania.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
So I feel like that's the direction I'm going to stick with that.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the Icons, though, and Nikki Cross to kind of get their opportunities on a TakeOver special. So it should be really fun, and this is kind of the first opportunity for a lot of viewers that are maybe not watching NXT regularly anymore to see the new crop of women.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, and then I think it's the Authors of Pain, your boys, the big boys there, are getting a tag team opportunity against DIY.
DIY is going to keep that belt.
Oh, yeah. Is Ty Dillinger facing anybody?
No.
Oh, yes, he's facing Eric Young.
Is he?
From Sanity. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think this is his curtain call. Like,
yeah, I do, too.
This is going to be his last match with NXT.
I think it'll be a fun match.
It should be.
And Bobby Roode versus Shinsuke.
I'm not really all here for Mr. Glorious.
No, me neither.
And I want Shinsuke to win.
Me too. I'm sticking with Shinsuke until at least Mania.
Yeah, I feel like Hideo Itami is going to take that belt from Shinsuke, and I can't wait.
Ooh, that's another person I was thinking may appear in the Rumble this year.
I think. Would it be cool to see him? Yes, and I think he would appear, but he'll go right back down to NXT. Like, I don't think he'll...
Yeah.
Because I feel like he still has stuff to do in NXT. He's still got a... he has unfinished business.
He has a champion reign, for sure. He needs to have a championship reign before he comes up.
And I feel like him and Shinsuke will be selling out future takeovers.
Yeah.
So, that's what I would want to see next in the title picture on NXT.
I heard one rumor, and I pray to God it's not true, because I take a really big offense to it. Eugene is apparently training and may potentially be coming back for a Rumble spot.
Ugh, what a waste of a spot.
What a waste of breath.
Didn't they fire him?
They fired him a while ago. I just hate that gimmick because it's so discriminatory, and it's like I work with a lot of people with disabilities, so I don't see that being a smart move at all if WWE does bring him back for that one opportunity.
I don't think he's coming. And he's the one who came up with Bayley's name in the character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was him. He gave her the idea of being the super fangirl. No, Bayley came up with the name because she's from the Bay Area, but he came up with the fangirl idea.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a great wrestler. I forget what his name is. Nick something.
Nick DeMoise or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that. He's a phenomenal wrestler, and I remember he was an agent for a little bit, but just that gimmick is so offensive. And it is.
Like, you're coming out acting like you're mentally challenged. Like, no.
Exactly. And to play that off.
I don't think it'd be a good look.
Not a good look, not cute, so just don't go with the WWE. But yeah, so that's the Rumble, and that's kind of TakeOver. So those are our predictions. But I'm really excited for this weekend. I'm gonna be a busy boy this weekend, I tell you.
Also, listeners, I'm having a viewing little thing at home. I'm gonna have some friends over, and we're gonna be watching the Rumble together. And I'm gonna be on the Instagram account shooting live, bitch. So you're gonna hear all my live reactions. You're gonna see my crazy friend Diego, and my shady friend Juan, and my boo Jared, and my friend Koo. So you'll see the whole crew. We'll be watching the Royal Rumble together. And some of them are not big fans. They don't really watch, like 2 of them. But I know Diego's really interested, and Jared's been watching with me. So it should be fun. You'll catch the shade.
I'm excited about that. And listeners, if you don't know what our Instagram is, you can find us at the Pipe On Podcast on Instagram.
Yes.
Is there any other comments you wanted to mention before we head out, James? It's getting a little late.
No. You guys can just follow me at Jimmy Vibes on every social media platform.
Awesome. And if you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Prince Pipebomb. And if you want to follow our official Twitter account where all the fun's going on, you can follow us at _Real Pipebomb. So I'm really excited for this weekend with everything going on. It's just going to be very fun, energetic. And let us know down below, what match are you looking forward to? Who's your Rumble pick? What kind of surprises are you looking most forward to? What did you think of the show? Are you happy James is back? Just kind of let us know everything. So I'm excited that we were able to do a show, though, James. It was fun.
It was fun. And we'll go over what happened on NXT tonight, next week. And
Yes.
over everything else. All right, bye, guys. Toodles.
All right, bye.